Sunday the 26th of March 2017. Just looked at my pond and I can see all this. It looks like kind of scummy stuff all over the surface of the pond. I know what that is from previous years. Loads of the frog spawners hatched, and those are little bubbles from tadpoles breathing at the surface. It just looks like someone spat on the water, basically. All this white. You can see not all of the frog spawns hatched. There's still some there. You can see they look like little tadpoles inside of the jelly. But I'm going to attempt to. I've got a little bowl of water here. Let's see if I can catch some of the tiny tadpoles and actually show you what size they are. But I'm positive I'm right. I've seen this before. The tadpoles come up to the surface to breathe, and they leave behind those little bubbles. So just got to try and find some now. Ah, there we go. You can see some on the surface there. Let's see if I can get those ones. Aha, there we go. Success. Now if I can get them off the net. Yeah, there we go. So those tiny little black things there, they're the tadpoles. They're almost flat, they're almost without shape. You can just see the head part slightly rounded, and they really don't look like tadpoles, but those are newly hatched frog tadpoles. These are from common frogs in England. They almost look like leeches, little leeches, but those are tadpoles, believe it or not. Yeah, there you go. They are tadpoles. That's what they look like. You can just see their little gills up by their heads when they shake around in the water. See there? See their little gills? So that is what tadpoles look like when they're newly born. You can get a good look at one there. And in terms of size, they're probably about 2 millimeters thick and maybe 1 centimeter long. That's to give you a rough idea of their size. So many thousands of these have hatched. Now that there's no water on them, believe it or not, that is a tadpole. Just doesn't look like anything, does it? Let's see if I can get one on my hand. Show you. Try and get one. Right, that's now on my finger. You can see it's got no form to it really, but that is a tadpole. Yeah, and it's getting, because there's no water on my hand, it's just going to get all kind of stuck together. But tiny things like that. That is a tadpole. So as I said, it's now the end of March. It'll take until about the end of July before the first one starts to look like mini frogs. So next stage for these is obviously they grow, get more tadpole shaped, then they get rear legs eventually, then they get front legs, then their tail kind of withers away and drops off, and then they look like tiny mini frogs. They'll be about the size of my little finger now. So there we go. And I've just seen, where was it? Well, I did see an adult frog somewhere. There we go. There's an adult frog hiding there. Okay, so I would estimate, well, what did I do? I counted and I had something like, was it 52 or 56 pounds in weight of frog spawn this year, which is quite extraordinary. I reckon I'm going to have at least 20,000 tadpoles to start with. Obviously, a pond of this size can't sustain that many tadpoles, so I'm sure there is a huge die-off eventually. And as you can see, the pond irises are growing rapidly. The first few are almost a foot high, and I cut them down. You can see where I cut them to that level. So all of that is new growth. And you can see my lovely pond surrounded by, I don't know what these are. They're not snowdrops. They look kind of like snowdrops. If anybody can name them, please do. I think they're called grape hyacinths, those ones. Got primroses, different colour primroses. Got flowering currant is now out, attracting the first few bees. Yeah, there you go, there's a bee. They're all coming to get some pollen. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for looking at my pond, and I'll keep filming as they develop over the year, so you can see how the tadpoles grow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.